What if I told you that you could start rebuilding your strength in just 24 hours? And all it takes is one simple change to your morning routine. Sounds pretty bold, right? Well, today we're going to break down the science behind age-related muscle loss and show you exactly how to fight back, starting with your very next meal. So let's talk about something that might sound familiar. You're trying to stay active, you're eating what you think is right, but you just feel like you're losing a battle against gravity. Maybe your legs feel a little heavier, or your grip just isn't what it used to be. And you start to wonder, is this just how it is now? Well, I'm here to tell you it absolutely doesn't have to be. You know, what you're feeling isn't just in your head. It has a name, sarcopenia. It's a fancy term for that slow, sneaky decline of muscle that happens as we get older. And this isn't about vanity. It's not about looking good in a t-shirt. This is about your independence, your ability to live a full, vibrant life on your own terms. Now, 1 to 2% a year, that might not sound like a whole lot, but let's really think about that. Over a decade, that's up to a 20% loss of your body's entire engine. That is a massive hit to your metabolism, your mobility, and your ability to bounce back from anything. So why should we care so much about losing a little muscle? Turns out it's about way more than just being able to open a stubborn jar of pickles. See, your muscle is your body's powerhouse. It's your metabolic engine, constantly burning fuel and keeping you healthy. When you start to lose that muscle, it's like your engine is slowly sputtering out. Your energy levels drop, your body doesn't handle sugar as well, and your risk for falls and injury just skyrockets. Simply put, keeping your muscle is one of the most important things you can possibly do for a long, healthy life. Okay, so what is going on here? Why do our muscles suddenly get so stubborn as we get older? Let's pull back the curtain on the hidden reason your efforts might not be paying off like they used to. The main culprit is something called anabolic resistance. Now, that sounds complicated, but here's an easy way to think about it. Imagine your muscles are a construction crew. When you're young, they're energetic, they're ready to work. You give them a pile of bricks, that's the protein you eat, and they get to building right away. But as you get older, the crew gets, a little lazy. You give them the same pile of bricks, and they kind of just stand around. That right there is anabolic resistance. This hard of hearing idea is just perfect. The food you eat is sending a signal to your muscles, screaming, hey, time to build. But the signal is getting lost. It's like you're trying to talk to someone across a loud, crowded room. You have to shout to be heard. And that's exactly what we need to learn how to do for our muscles. So here's the bottom line. As you get older, your muscles need a bigger, bolder signal to get the message. The same breakfast that worked wonders for you in your 30s just isn't going to cut it anymore. We have to change the game and learn how to send that louder signal. All right, so how do we do it? How do we send that louder signal and get our muscles to finally start listening again? Well, believe it or not, the answer might just be hiding in your breakfast bowl. I want you to think of your body like a computer. Every single morning, you have a choice. You can boot up the burn fat and build muscle program, or you can boot up the store fat program. A breakfast high in sugar and carbs is like installing a virus. It just slows everything down for the rest of the day. But a protein-packed breakfast, that's like installing a super fast processor. It sets you up to run at peak performance. Now, listen, this isn't about shaming anyone's morning toast. It's about empowering you with knowledge. It's about making a choice that will help you feel stronger, more energized, and more in control. It's the choice between the foods on the left that basically tell muscle repair to take a nap and the foods on the right that fire it up. And hey, this isn't just a fun theory. This is backed by some really solid science. Research has shown that older adults who front-load their day with about 30 grams of protein at breakfast had way more muscle growth than those who didn't. So if you're not seeing the results you want, your breakfast plate is the first place to look. But here's the kicker. It's not just about how much protein you eat. It's also about the kind of protein. There's one specific ingredient that acts like a secret key to unlocking your muscle-building potential. So if you imagine your muscles are a high-performance engine, then protein is the premium fuel that makes it go. But you can have a full tank of the best fuel in the world, and it won't do you any good if you don't have a key to start the engine. And that is where leucine comes in. Leucine is a special amino acid. It's the ignition key for your muscle-building engine. It's the spark. It's the thing that literally flips the switch and tells your body, okay, let's go. Start turning all this protein into new, stronger muscle. Without enough leucine, you're just spinning your wheels. So, how much leucine do you actually need to turn that key? Well, the research points to a target of at least 2.5 grams in a single meal for older adults. That seems to be the threshold you need to cross to really wake up that lazy construction crew and get them building again. So where do you find this stuff? Well, the great news is it's not that hard.
Whey protein is a total powerhouse, hitting the target in just one scoop. But you can also get there with whole foods like chicken, fish, and even soy. So you've got plenty of options to get creative in the kitchen.
Okay, that was a lot of science, but now for the fun part. Let's put it all into practice. In this last section, we're going to give you a simple step-by-step plan to help you start rebuilding your strength starting tomorrow morning. Now, this isn't just a random list of things to do. It's a carefully timed sequence designed to get the most out of your body's muscle-building machinery. We start with hydration to wake everything up, then a little movement to get the blood flowing. Then we hit it with that high-protein, high-leucine breakfast. And we finish it off with a little more movement just to make sure your muscles soak up all those amazing nutrients. Think of this as your starting blueprint. You can totally customize it to fit your life. The most important thing is just to be consistent. So, step 1, water. Step 2, a short walk or some simple stretches. Step 3, that powerhouse breakfast. And step 4, a little more movement afterward. Don't skip that last one. It's key for driving all that goodness right into your muscle cells. So what did we learn today? We learned that muscle is your longevity organ. That muscle loss is not an inevitable part of getting older. We now know that we have the power to fight back, and it all starts with our very first meal. Leucine is the secret weapon. It's the non-negotiable ignition key, and a simple morning routine can truly make all the difference. So I'll leave you with this question. What if you just tried this for just 3 days? What might happen? How might your body respond when you finally give it the clear, powerful signal that it's been waiting for? The power to rebuild is right there in your hands. All you have to do is take that first step.